Maybe there's some of you out there that you want to start a side business, or you want to build an online income stream that's going to be a blessing to your family and to what you love to do in life. But you're wondering, I don't know if I've got what it takes to be able to compete with everyone else here on the market, and I'm just not skilled enough, or I'm just not talented enough. I don't have enough experience. I'm a brand new, complete beginner. Well, if you have these kind of feelings, this video is the video for you, because I know exactly what you felt like. I am a pastor. I've been living here in Hong Kong for 12 years. I'm an Australian. I'm in a different culture. I work for a church for a living, and I work, normal hours. Do I have enough time to be able to build a little side business that would be a blessing to my family? I get it. I get all those feelings, but I want to encourage you that there actually is a secret to being able to beat like 90% of everyone who's out there with just one simple decision. And it's not a talent. It's not something that you have to be born with. It's a decision. And so today I want to be talking about the decision to refuse to quit. Refuse to quit. In my last video, you can check that out. I'll put it somewhere here. I talked about commitment. This is related. This decision to refuse to quit. The challenge is when you start a new business, and maybe you're in the working world and you've had a job your whole life, and the idea of having a side business has been interesting to you, but you're just not sure about it. And there's so many unknowns. Well, when you actually do start, you're gonna be bad. You're bad. And I was bad for a long time, and I'm still growing in my journey, and I have a long way to go in the business world. I'm never gonna be Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk. That's not who I am. But when you start, it's okay to be bad. Welcome to the club. Yay! In fact, congratulations on joining the club of people who are willing to try, who are willing to actually step out and actually put a bit of money down to be able to start their business, put a bit of time aside to say no to this or that, to say, no, I'm going to buckle down. I'm going to build this business for my family. It's going to be for my future. It's going to be a blessing. Welcome to the club. But you're going to be bad, okay? We all start at the bottom of this club. I remember when I was first cold calling Australian tradies. I don't know where you're watching from, but a tradie in Australia, they're the people who, plumbers and people who fix things in your home, and Aussie tradies, they're very genuine people. They're very direct, honest people, great sense of humors, and just working class people. And I was cold calling them from Hong Kong. I am an Australian, so it was an Aussie speaking to an Aussie, but I was calling from an international phone number, and I'm trying to sell them over the phone on my lead generation services and my digital marketing agency. And let me tell you, I got nothing but bad responses. It was bad. I was bad. I didn't know how to do a cold call, and I hated it, absolutely hated it, but I was just committed to following through on this side business journey because, and I referenced this in my last video, because I had a strong why. I want to be a blessing to my kids. I want to be able to afford that international holiday every now and then. I want to be able to maybe look at getting a better school for my kids, and a bit of extra income. This side business, this online income stream was going to be the vehicle that was going to get me to that dream, that strong why. And so I just refused to quit. And I think a lot of people quit. They'll quit here, they might quit here, they might quit here, they might quit here. But if you just refuse to quit, you're going to eventually outlast all of them, and you'll get the skills. You'll develop the kind of experience that you need to be able to operate in your space successfully. And yes, you may start off with imposter syndrome, and I have a whole video about that. you can check that video out. If you ever feel like you're an imposter, like, oh, maybe, I'm just a working person, or I don't know how to start a business, I'm not really an entrepreneur. Yeah, I get it. Throw all those feelings away. Get rid of, just ignore the whole imposter syndrome thing. And if we just make this decision to refuse to quit, then you're gonna end up seeing breakthrough. And in my last video, my video is called "The Simple Way to Turbocharge Your Dream You Have in Life and in Business," and it's all about just getting committed. It's about being a pit bull. I like this image of a pit bull. This was a kind of revelation to me, actually, when I was moving to Hong Kong and wanting to get our church up and running, and I had a big dream of building a great church here. It's still my calling in life, and I just had this dream. I knew it was going to be hard. I knew there was going to be moments where I would consider quitting on my dream, quitting on my calling, quitting on what I believe God has called me to do. And I had this picture of a pit bull. And when a pit bull, just a powerful dog, just grabs on to someone's arm and it's just hanging there and you can't shake that thing off. I'm like, well, if I can just be that pit bull that won't let go, I can be successful, at least somewhat successful. I may not be the most talented. I may not be the most intelligent. I may not have had the best start or the best pedigree. I may have the least experience, but if I can just be a pit bull, I can be a winner. So here's a few thoughts about refusing to quit in your journey of building an online side income. Number one, hold on when you suck. Okay. When I first started preaching at church, I was a terrible public speaker, and I just knew I just got to hold on. When I first started dating, and I was looking for a potential life partner, and this relationship didn't work, and then this relationship didn't work, I knew I just got to persist. Eventually, I'm going to find the right person, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm happy to say last weekend, 9-year anniversary. Yeah, 4 kids later. Woohoo, I love you, Janice. And, just refusing to quit. Another one was with getting clients. It was so hard to get my first customer, my first client. It took months. It took probably a year, longer than a year. I don't know. You just got to hold on when you suck. You're going to suck at the beginning. That's okay. Hold on. Number 2, hold on when you don't know how to do it. There'll be lots of things that you just don't know what to do when you're starting off in a side business. And for me, I felt like being in Hong Kong that brought so many obstacles to my small business journey in and of itself, because I couldn't speak the native language of many of the people I'd be doing business with. And yes, they do have a lot of people can speak English, but there's still some limitations there. And especially in the digital marketing space, where I had to do writing and things like this, I couldn't do the Chinese side of things. And that created obstacles. And there were no answers in the online courses that I took. Almost all of them were American teachers who were teaching how to start these types of businesses and start this agency. And all of it was great teaching applied to an American context. You put it in Hong Kong and you're gonna have to adapt. There's some softwares, like even right now in Hong Kong, ChatGPT is blocked. And I have to use a VPN to get access and all that kind of stuff. There's obstacles that'll come up, and no one has the answer, and you just got to hold on and refuse to quit. I'm not going to let this stop me from achieving my dream of being able to build some side income to bless my family. I'm not going to let this go. I'm refusing to quit. I'm going to be that pit bull. So hold on when you don't know how to do it. Number 3, hold on when bad things happen. Unfortunately, they're going to happen. I remember my first client, he paid me twice and then he ripped me off. Haha, thanks a lot. Random guy in Australia that I'll never be able to contact. I couldn't even contact him once he stopped replying to my emails and phone calls. And I sent him business and he never paid me for it. Then it happened again and again and again until I got smart enough to stop offering those things, to stop having a business model where I could be so easily ripped off. But I learned finally. It took some time, but I finally learned. And when bad things happen, which they will, and maybe the bad things might happen even personally. Certainly there was a season about 2 years ago where just some crazy stuff happened. My son broke his arm, and we had some people steal some things from us, and it was really bad. And it hit my business, and I couldn't do a lot of the things that I wanted to do in my business. And that's just life. We're going to face life, and we need to be able to just refuse to quit. I'm going to hold on. Maybe some clients are disappointed with you. Maybe you made some really dumb mistake when you were serving a client and you had to go and apologize, and they quit or whatever, and they left you a bad review or something. Yeah, part of the journey. Part of the journey. And you're just going to have to hold on and be a pit bull. Number 4, hold on when you're tempted. When you're looking at other people's lives, and maybe their lives look really great, and you're looking at their Instagrams and they're having a lot of fun, and you feel like you're just kind of slaving away, just putting in the foundations of your little side business. And yeah, you're going to be tempted to give up. And there were moments, I remember, when I was getting up really early, and because I got a 9-to-5 job and I want to put the best into my church. It's what I'm here. The side business supports the main thing. And so I had to build it in my hours off. And so I had to wake up early, and when it was cold and it was just not feeling good, and I was looking at other people's lives and they look nice, but I'm so glad that I held on, because now I've understood a few things, and I am making a few extra $1,000 a month that is being a blessing to my family, and I see capacity for much more. And I see ways, wow, I could optimize my business so it requires even less time, and I could even potentially have even more money. And it's going to be an even bigger blessing to my family, and I'm going to be an even bigger blessing to the world. I can be generous to my church and to other people. But I got to hold on when I'm feeling tempted, and when all my emotions are all over the place, looking at other people's lives. And I get it. We're not going to be just some emotionless robot. And when I give this image of the pit bull, I'm not saying we can just turn off all these feelings. I'm just saying we can refuse to be a quitter. And you might change your business model. You're probably going to make a bunch of different shifts. But if you just refuse to quit, I'm just going to refuse to quit. Eventually, you'll be better than 90% of the people who are out there, even the ones who are more talented than you, who knew more, but they just didn't have the kind of resolve that you are going to have, because you've got a strong why, you've got a dream, you've got your vision, you have a reason why you're doing this. And I believe you're going to build a great business. So come on in, jump in if you're a beginner. Yes, you can do it. It's 2023, or maybe you're watching, well, almost 2024. If you're watching this in 2024, it's 2024, and the world is different. Because of the internet, because the technology's coming out, anyone can build a little side business or build some extra side income streams. There is no excuse. I did it even with a great full-time job that requires a lot of work and energy, and a family with 4 kids. You can do it, and you can do it without sacrificing those things, but just refuse to quit. I believe in you, and I'll see you in the next video.